Hey there, so I'm going to get into a little bit of animating here today. One of my characters, maybe both, but I think I'm going to focus a little more on Rueben today, which is the sort of blue turquoise guy we see here. This is how the rendered scene is pretty much going to end up looking. I have a little more work to do to it, of course. I want to fix up the door and stuff here and finish off those fridges and add some more products into the store, but for the most part, it's all laid out how it's going to look in the final render. But I can also show you here. I have a lot of the keyframes done in this scene already. Been doing a lot of lip syncing and you know body action and stuff like that. But do have quite a bit more work to do. So yeah, we're just gonna hop into it and see what we can get done now. Let me play back what we have here so far, so you can kind of get an idea and gain a little more context as to the scene as a whole.
Can't imagine they'd be happy if they found out you were filming them, though. I just feel like I need to have this. Maybe stop going with how you feel all the time and just allow the universe to take you on the ride. Let it play out. Find the joy in not knowing what's going to happen. That terrifies me. I need to know that everything will be okay and that we don't end up in some nightmare. Loosen up. It's not all bad.
Alright, so as we can see there, quite a bit more to do to just bring this scene more to life. I do have a lot of in-betweens to add on them as well. I might go ahead and do that now, just before I'm really figuring out what I'm doing, because I don't know if I should do more lip syncing today, or if I should do more body poses. So I'll go into some in-betweens in the meantime here. So let me just lock the eyes layer, and then we'll bring up the body layer that we can start to do some of those in-betweens on. Alright, so need an in-between there. That's way too much of an arc right there that his arm is following to give up on an in-between, so we gotta fill that in now. It'll make the animation look smoother. I'll do it on a 2 for now, I think, and then we can refine that further if we need to. So that's 97, 98. Alright, so right here for now. Now we'll get it drawn, filled in this. And then we'll take it from there and see what else we need to be doing. Let me turn on the overlays and erase these arms. Alright, didn't need to delete that whole fill for the face there. Let me get a little closer in and we'll be able to just delete these strokes better. And let me delete this because the arm is going to be around this area, so we'll have to draw that again. Matter of fact, let me just delete the whole shorts area here because to give us room for the arm. Alright, that'll do it. Now we can start filling in some of this line work here. And let me save that real quick, and we'll get rid of this timeline so that we have more space to draw on. Alright. Erase that fill there where the shoulder is. Alright. Let's go. Alright, so his arms in the second pose are lifted like this with the palms upward. And his hand in the previous pose is like in this direction. So we'll have to get sort of a side view of his hand for this on the in-between. So I guess the thumb could go maybe somewhere around this kind of, and hopefully my computer doesn't lag too much today. It was being really bad yesterday. I have like obviously all of the background objects hidden just to go easier on the performance of the laptop, but there is a lot of lighting, a lot of objects in this scene, and it's just kind of slowing it down at the minute. So forgive me. I always draw weird hands, so I don't know. This is just kind of my style. That's how I feel comfortable doing it. So it is what it is, you know. But just in case you're like, those are weird looking hands, you can see that I draw weird hands anyway. So all right, let me redo that shoulder. Okay, good in between so far. And I want to get these drawings obviously as good as I can, but I can also tab into sculpt mode after that if I need to and just smooth them off and stuff. I don't want to don't like the way the hand is joining here, so I'm going to change that. Nope. All right, I think we'll be able to fix that in sculpt mode. Come on, what is happening? Blender's not playing nice right now. All right, I think I'll edit this arm too and make it a little longer down here just to make the arch more defined there. All right, we'll smooth it out. No, we'll grab it first and do the move, and then we can smooth it out when it's where we want it to be. Come on. Oh my goodness, what did you do to my hand? All right, that's better. Now we can smooth that off. Get a little closer to it. And again, we don't want to overuse the smooth tool just because it'll like completely change the shape of the arm, but we'll smooth out some of these lines that are a little jagged. I'm also going to pull this part of the arm down just to make it more consistent with the top because it gets a little thin here. I'll have to smooth this out again too, this bottom part, once I finish with bringing it down. Okay, now we can smooth that again. All right, now let's continue with the rest of the drawing there. I think that's okay for now. All right, and we're just going to try to make this as close to that drawing as possible. something like that, and then there. Right, that's janky. Let's change that. Alright, I'll bring this edge out further here, and then we can just bypass the hand like that. Alright, let me change this. Shit. Let me just go ahead and delete this whole stroke right here and do a different one, because that's like not working out well for where I want to join it. Not a great line there. Let's try that again. God damn it. Alright, something like that will do. And let me get his other hand around here, maybe. Nope. Alright, I want to bring this arm down a little here. That's a little thicker, plus it's like not consistent with this side, so let me fix that. Alright, something like that. Let me try to do it from the top instead, from the shoulder. That's better. Alright. That looks good. Let me lock this for now. There's a fill there that I gotta take away. Let me turn off the overlay for now so I can see it better. Just under his chin there. And we'll delete the point. Alright, there we go. Open that layer back up, and I can join this just so it works out better for the fill in the end, hopefully. Alright, there we go. And again there on the shoulder. And now I've got to change that whole fill on the face too, because as we can see here, once I deleted that one point, it changed the coordinates of the whole texture that's on the skin. So yeah, we'll just be better off deleting that whole thing and redoing it. There we go. Okay, let's see how this works as a in between. I'll probably add another draw in there, make it on ones. It looks a little choppy, to be honest. I'll maybe do the fill first and see how it looks overall in the movement. Maybe that's what's throwing me off at the minute. But yeah, I may need to add another drawing in there. Okay, and we'll do the shorts. Alright, there we go. That looks better. A little bit of the vest to fix there in the little gaps. Save, damn you. There we are. And the head. Alright, good. Let's see how that looks. I think it's a little choppy, like I said. I think we'll add another drawing in there. It's a very fast movement all the same, but still.
Baby, stop. Baby, stop. Baby, stop. Baby, stop.
Alright, and then we could duplicate that in between as well and bring it back here for when he's bringing the arms back down. So it's the same in reverse. I think we'll make that a 1 though. Let's see. Alright, let's see how that looks.
Baby, stop going with it. Baby, stop going with it.
Yeah, that's cool. I wonder if I should make, I feel like I should make this pose longer. I may bring these two down and see how that works out. But then, no, I forgot, then I'll have to redo all of the mouths there because his head rotates slightly. And so that'll throw that all off again. I can leave it to there right before his mouths change again. But I think that's all I can stretch it. You see, because all of these mouths that I've done already, I'll then have to go into each individual keyframe and rotate them one by one, all of these drawings right here, which you know, for as long as I would keep this pose. So yeah, that's not something I feel like I should do right now. I think I'll leave it like that for the time being. That's fine.
Baby, stop going with how
Yeah, because he's just kind of shrugging, you know, while he's saying maybe. So I guess yeah, it gets the point across. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that for now.
Baby, stop going with how you feel all the time. And just allow the universe to take you on the ride.
Alright, some more in-betweens to do there while the arm's swinging around too. I did this drawing yesterday and I hated it. I felt like I want to change this pose right here. So I might do that now too. Alright, I can make this part right here look a little smoother. I'm not going to draw a new in-between, but what I can do is I can duplicate this, take it one before, and then I'm going to edit this part of the arm, sculpt this part of the arm, sorry, and I can just drag that down to be like a little closer to the next pose, you know? So it gives the illusion that I've drawn two in-betweens, but I've only had to draw one in reality, so alright, let's figure out, we'll gotta grab the hand first, keep that all together. And we can draw this kind of like I guess we can draw this as like a, you know, it's gonna be one frame, so we can sort of do it like a smear as well. We don't have to stay perfect in the shape of the hand here. We can like make it like a smear. We can give it this effect right here. So what it's going to do is going to give that illusion of like fast movement, and it's also going to be, as we can see here, I'm keeping it in between the two frames, so get a nice smear effect going there on that one frame. See, there we go. Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna redo this fill here too on the head as I'm seeing it, because I may forget about that later, and I don't want to be doing that. Oh damn, it's all those from right here. God damn it. Let me turn the overlays off. And did we lock the line work? Yes, we did. And erase. I don't want to have that line on his skin there. You know, that looks strange. So just keep it consistent. Change the fills. And it won't take long on this head because there's not too many little gaps or anything that I'll have to correct with the pen tool. So that's fine. Still a little messed up here at the bottom. That's weird. Let me see what happens if I do just use the pen over that area. Will it straighten out the texture? Nope. I have to change the properties of that a little just to make it sit a little better, maybe. Let's see. Location Y. Maybe I'll change this. Alright. That better? Yes, I forgot there is one part of the fill here that we do have to get. Okay. Alright, so hopefully that new Y coordinate that I put there will be beneficial to all of the fills of the skin now. And we won't have those lines in there anymore. Okay, delete, and fill. Alright, and this drawing, I do want to, like I said, I want to change this. I don't like how this arm looks. Maybe not the whole thing. Maybe I could do with like changing the hand, and then that'll make me feel a little better about it. We'll see how that works first, and then if not, we can change more. But just delete some of the points off that. Alright, something like that. Line work. Maybe I'll make the hand a little flatter or something. I think it doesn't look cool to me. It looks weird. Maybe something like that instead, I think. I'll make this thumb a little longer here. more pronounced. Yeah, something like that maybe. Okay, now we'll redo the fill on the arm. Okay, fill. Okay, that fill did okay. Actually, let me try that again. I'll move in closer and maybe it'll be more accurate. Alright, that worked out. Save. Alright, let me see how that looks when it's rendered. I'm happier now. I think the hand was the problem on that drawing that I wasn't liking. I think that's what it was, so that looks okay. Now then I'll play it back. After this renders, we'll play it back and see how that part of the scene looks as a whole. And then there is one thing I want to change before this. I'll explain that after, but it's the way I left it yesterday that I knew I needed to change, so we'll get that going in a minute. Render, damn you. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's see what we have here. Play it from about 550 to about 950. Alright, let's see how that looks.
Maybe stop going with how you feel all the time and just allow the universe to take you on the ride. Let it play out. Find the joy.
That definitely needs more drawings. The part when he's saying, let the universe take you on the ride.
Maybe stop going with how you feel all the
And I think
time.
when he's saying feel, I'll do another pose as well, just to emphasize that word a little more too.
Let it play out. Find the joy in not knowing what's going to happen. Maybe stop going with how you feel all the time and just allow the universe to take you on the ride. Let it play out. Find the joy in not knowing what's going to happen.
Alright, I have an idea actually for that feel part. What I'm going to do is use this pose again. So I'm going to just duplicate these keyframes, bring them back there, and use that pose for a shorter time, you know? Just because it's kind of it's the same expression that I want to have for that word anyway, so what's the point in doing other drawings in that case, you know? That'll save time.
Maybe stop going with how you feel.
So around here, he's going to be changing to that pose again. And we'll take the in-between drawing for that too, of course. No, let me unlock the line work as well for that. And grab both. And what frame was that again? Around like, alright, about 650. Alright, and then we'll take this in between again, duplicate that to when we want it to come back down, say around here, and grab another down pose. And we'll make that in between on a one frame again, rather than the two that we have when it's when his arms are going up. And I feel just like to make this movement here different from the second one. I think we'll do another smear effect here on this one. So we'll duplicate that pose that's going up again, and we'll edit this one, or we'll sculpt this one, sorry, just to get some, just to give it some variation from the other, you know. All right, we'll start with this hand here. All right, that looks pretty good. Now we'll do it with this arm. Something like that, maybe. And we can smooth that out a little too, just to take that jaggedness away from those lines there. All right, how does that look?
How you feel all the time. And just allow with how you feel all the time. And just allow the universe to take you on the ride.
All right, I know what the problem is too with this universe take you on the ride is. I just identified it while I was playing that back there, so I'm going to change that now. All right, back into draw mode. Let me save that real quick. And obviously I knew that the problem with this part was that it needed more in-between drawings, but I was just identifying where it was that I needed them. So, you know, I know it's right here. It's where this hand moves to that hand. It's a little jarring in its appearance, and I think that's because the arm is like bent this way as well. So I'm going to do another drawing in between these two right here, and hopefully that'll make it appear a little smoother. Let me see. Alright, I know what I'll do. I'll take this frame and make that one the in-between, and then we'll chop this hand off of the wrist here, delete some of this wrist, bring the elbow back a little bit, and then we'll have the hand closer to this area here, in between those two. Alright, tab in the edit mode, grab the hand, Bring it somewhere back here. Maybe you rotate it a small bit just to make the lines join. Alright. Where did this fucking stroke right here come from? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and delete the whole fill for this arm right here, because it's just kind of getting in my way at the minute. That's okay, we need to redo the vest as well, so that's fine. Okay, what do we have now? Line work, open that up again. After all this erasing, it might have just been easier to fucking draw the other hand. You know what? Alright, no, I'll just keep doing it in this way for now. Let's see, but yeah, I may have been just better off doing that anyway. Okay, yeah, I think we can fix that up, that's fine. Try to make it just look as consistent as possible. And I'm going to have to move this elbow back a little too, just to make it look like it isn't just his arms stretching, but that it's actually moving. Alright. Back to sculpt mode. Turn the overlay back on. And we'll grab the elbow. Maybe something like that. Alright. Yeah, that's okay. Alright, draw the armpit there. I was just trying to decide if I should include this part of his back or just leave the vest as a whole. I wonder. Yeah, I think I'll do it like this, because just to show that his back is ending right there. Oh, that's on the wrong layer. Alright, fill the top of the vest again. Alright, there we go. I'm going to edit this hand a little bit here too, because I don't know, it just looks weird to me. It needs to go down a little more or something. Alright, there we go. Save. Let's see how that looks.
You on the ride. Let it play out. Find the joy in not knowing what's going to happen. Maybe stop going with how you feel all the time and just allow the universe to take you on the ride. Let it play out. Find the joy in not knowing what's going to happen. Maybe stop going with how you feel all the time and just allow the universe to take you on the ride.
Let it play out. Find the joy. Find the joy in not knowing.
Maybe stop going with how you feel all the time.
Alright, I'm happy with that. That looks okay to me. So I just saved that. Do I need any in-betweens here? I think I did those. Yes, I did those. Okay. Maybe another one there would be beneficial. Yeah, I think I'll do that now. Duplicate the first one. And we'll bring that down to a 1. Alright, so that is 1 right there. Tab into edit mode. Again, we won't do a new drawing for this one. We'll just edit this arm to be a little more in between there. Something like that. Let's smooth that out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, it really needed that drawing.
Take you on the ride.
That looks much better. Yes.
Take you on the ride. Take you on the ride. First, take you on the ride.
Much better. Alright. I didn't realize how much it needed that in between right there. My goodness.
Take you on the ride.
That made a lot of difference. Alright, and now we can do the thing that I was talking about earlier that I left here and wanted to change. And it is, of course, we can see here that before he starts talking, his eyes are kind of at a weird perspective, and that is because I'll have to go back to about here. Alright, so yesterday I worked on this part of the lip syncing and eye movement, but as we can see, the body starts to rotate here, and the last place that I had edited for the eye layer was here. So when he starts to rotate, the perspective changes, and I don't have the keyframes for the eyes matched up with that rotation, and so that's why they're going into a weird kind of view there. So I want to change that now, I think. So this is where we need to be at. And I put the keyframe here earlier already, I think, to signify where I need to make the change there. And so instead of duplicating those keyframes from this rotation of the character, I've got to just make new drawings from this angle, and then, you know, that's how I'll make it line up better. I could go into, like, you know, animating the rotation of the eyes, but I don't feel like doing that with it. I think it'll work out more in my favor at the minute just to do new drawings, because that's what I did here last night. Since he is rotated at that different angle there, these were new drawings of the eyes and mouths that I just did there, you know, keyframed in there. So I'm gonna just do that same thing. What happened? Let me see though. I could maybe duplicate the eyes from over here. No, that's okay. He's rotated in completely the different direction there. So no, yeah, these frames about 374 up there till about 600. We're gonna need this angle of the eyes and mouth. So yeah, like I said, we'll just do new drawings for that. So we lock the line work and the fills, and then we open the eyes layer. And we'll just erase all of that shit. And then we can try to make it look more like these eyes here. Maybe move them a little more to the right. But at least we have an idea of the size that we're going for and the positioning. Alright, I'll edit that right eye. I always find myself doing that for some reason. I'll draw the right eye, and then think it looks right. No pun intended. And then I'll go back and I'll be like, nah, that's a little too small, and it needs to rotate a little bit. I don't know why. It just it's something I notice after the fact, after I draw the shape. Maybe scale it to the x-axis a little bit too, make it a little more consistent with that other eye. A little thicker. There we go. And I'm going to grab both of the eyes, I think, and maybe take them to the right just a small bit. Alright, I think that's better. And again, those few frames there in between will have to be changed as well, but that's fine. Let me see what happens actually if I duplicate the previous frame and just let that play out for a few more frames while it's moving. Maybe that'll keep it consistent. No? Okay. Alright, so those are going to have to be separate drawings while he's rotating. What happens if I bring this down a little bit actually? Let me see. Alright, that works. But actually, I could do it like that. So there we go. So the rotation happens just. Alright, that's better right there. Alright, is he speaking here?
Imagine they'd be happy. Can 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 imagine they'd be. Can imagine they'd be happy. Can imagine they'd be happy. Can imagine they'd be happy.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to duplicate this keyframe and nope, not two of them, just one. So I'll do a little bit more lip syncing here for this part. Where was it? 371 around there. I'm gonna actually change this mouth here that I drew, just to keep that in the E shape, and then I'll go into the T shape for they after that. So he's not going to be closing his mouth at all here is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Alright, something like that. And then we can sculpt that. That's fine. Do the fill on that teeth. Shit, man, why is that being so sensitive there? Maybe zoom in closer. Alright, there we go. And then we'll do the T mouth, the T shape here. Something like that. Alright.
Imagine they'd be happy if they found out you were filming.
Oh, come on, bro.
Can't imagine they'd be.
And we can go back to the E for they'd. 1, 2.
Imagine they'd be.
Alright. Duplicate again, and then we'll do a B. Actually, what I'm going to go ahead and do now is do the fills on these eyes, because if I'm duplicating, I keep doing this by accident. I should just do the first fill of the eyes first, since I am duplicating these keyframes a lot to give me the starting point for the new mouth shape. It'll just save time, because now I'm going to have to go through all of these keyframes and fill the eyes on each individual one, whereas if I had the fills done from the start, when I duplicate it, I'll be duplicating the fills as well, so I won't have to do them over again, Fill, damn you! There we go. And I'm going to have to duplicate these fills here to bring them in between, because you see when it goes on since they're every 2 frames now, the frame in between the fill is kind of messing up there. So hopefully if I duplicate it, it will fix that problem after. Really bad eye fills. What is going on? Oh my god, why is that happening? Okay. There we go. Alright, I'm going to edit this particular E-mouth right here. Scale that a little on the X-axis to stretch it a little more, just to make it look more consistent, like so. Okay. And back to draw mode, and then we can do the B. Something like that. Maybe smooth that a small bit. There we go. And then we can duplicate the E and bring that after the B again.
Imagine they be Imagine they be happy. Imagine they be happy. Can imagine they be happy if they
Alright, so now I just have to do happy, I think.
imagine they be happy if they found that you were filming.
Or not. Nope. Never mind. I got confused here. I thought all these keyframes were other mouth keyframes, but they're not. That's body movement.
They be happy. Can imagine they be happy.
Alright, let me see where happy starts.
Can imagine they be happy.
About 83 or so.
Imagine they be happy. Can imagine they be happy. Can imagine they be happy. Can imagine they be happy if they can imagine they be happy if they can imagine they be happy.
About 387.
Can imagine they be happy if they found that.
Alright, so we got a open mouth shape for this one. Let me redo that tongue. Something like that. I want to get the end of that curve a little more round. There we go. Sculpt and smooth that. And I do want to rotate this mouth a little bit too. Alright. No. Alright. And on examining the perspective of that again, we're going to want to move this mouth down. It looks strange in this position here, and I think we'll also scale it up to make it bigger. Something like that. And make it bigger. There, I think that looks better. Alright, so we're going to want to take this for the P again, and the E after as well for happy. So duplicate those, bring them around there. Alright, good. And we can do some in-betweens for these mouths as well, just to add more variation there. So what I usually do is I'll take like this shape, and just to make that shape slightly more emphasized, we'll take that down to the next one as well, and we'll scale the second one up, just to give it more variation and a little more pop, you know. Happy. And I'm also going to do that with this E at the end. So, but what I'm going to do with this one now is I'm going to make the first one bigger and the second one smaller, just because that's the way I feel like if someone was saying happy, you know, their E sound gets smaller toward the end of the word. So scale that to the X, but make the teeth a little tighter together, so we'll also scale it down with Z. Something like that. Alright, let's see.
And imagine they'd be happy if they found out you were filming them. And imagine they'd be happy if they found.
Alright, so I want to change this as well, just because it's like in between the words he's saying. So we will have some time here where he closes his mouth. And back to draw mode. Erase. Erase it all. Alright, just something like that. And then we can also draw an in-between for those, which is what I usually do. I'll just do it in the style that I normally do it. So I'll put it like one frame behind, erase that, and then what it's going to be is just kind of like a little square with a fill of the teeth in there, just to give it, like I said, a little more flair. Giving it an in-between there just gives a little style of its own, kind of. So something like that, and then we've used the teeth to fill that. So it gives off that kind of effect right there, normally the way I do it. And then before the mouth opens back up, I'll use that keyframe again. So then when it's opening back up, there you go. So it just gives a little more pizzazz to it, you know.
happy and be fun. Be happy and be fun. Be happy and be fun. Be happy and be fun.
Alright, so around 395 now, we're gonna start doing if. Is it 390? Maybe a little later. We'll see. We'll see how it lines up.
Happy and be fun. Happy and be fun. Be happy and be fun.
And it's going to be an open mouth shape for that, so we'll just scrub back here and see where we have that. There we go. Duplicate that. Was it 395, 396?
Happy and be fun. Happy and be fun.
Alright, and then around 397, he's behind the character at this point, so that's not too important. Let's see which frame he goes out of there at. Alright, so 390. We'll start at 397 anyway, just because. But actually, let's see where he is at 396, because I have to be able to see. Actually, let me hide the other character for now. Alright. Hide you. Back to you. Alright, and we want to do the F shape for the mouth now. Let me do that a little better. Alright, if. Alright, something like that. And we'll sculpt that. And I think we'll also edit that, make it a little larger. Grab the whole stroke there. Thank you. Something like that. Move it across the x-axis a little more. Lined up better. There we go. Alright. If.
Be happy and be fun. 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 Be happy and be fun.
Alright, so over here we're going to do another T shape. And again, we'll be going back to fix the eyes later as well. I know they're all the same shape for now, but of course I'll go back and animate like blinking and different eye expressions after I do the lip syncing, you know. That's just, it's on the same layer, but it's, you know, essentially I could go back in. At least I have that consistent, you know, the consistent movement of the eyes for now, like in terms of it being in the character in the same, on the same place of the character, you know. but that's fine, you know. I'm just doing the mouths for now. Which, okay, T. All right, something like that. All right, and then back to E. They'd be happy if they, yeah. All right, back to E.
If they found that you were filming. Happy if they found that you were filming them, though. Be happy if they found that. Be happy if they found that. Be happy if they found that.
All right, and back to the F shape again for found, which is here. Maybe somewhere around here for now. Let me see.
Happy if they found that. Happy if they found that. Happy if they found that.
Duplicate again, and then we're going to do a O. Do the fills on that. Maybe get a little closer to that so I can work that detail out better. There we go. All right, O, and then we're going to go back to a E after that again. Is that the E? It sure is. 406, 407. We'll do that at 408 again. Let's see how that works.
Happy if they found that you were. Happy if they found that you were.
All right, that looks good.
Happy if they found that you were. Happy if they found that you were.
And then so out, we're going to need another O. Let me see where out will start.
Happy if they found that you were.
About 410.
Happy if they found that you were.
Yep. All right, and then we'll change this mouth up a little just to give it a little more variation. We can tab in the edit mode, and we'll like rotate and scale it just to make it look like, you know, it's a different drawing kind of. All right, what word was that we were doing? Out? Out. So back to T again, out. And again, I'm going to make a new drawing from this one just to have it so it's at the right angle. About 412 there. Delete those strokes and draw, line work, line work. Alright, and we can do an in-between on this one again, like we did before. 412. And we'll put it right here. Alright, we'll bring that up a little more there, make it fit better in between. There we go. And fill those teeth in as well. Okay.
Happy if they found out you were happy if they found out you were be happy if they found out you were filming them though. Be happy if they found out you were filming. Can't imagine they'd be happy if they found out you were filming them.
Alright. So far so good. So again, let's play back what we have so far. We'll go from about here. Hide those overlays.
Can't imagine they'd be happy if they found out you were filming them though. I just feel like I need to have this. Maybe stop going with how you feel all the time and just allow the universe to take you on the ride. Let it play out. Find the joy in not knowing what's going to happen.
Alright. And I'm going to go ahead and unhide Albie as well. Let me see where he is. Not that one. We'll find the right one here. There we are. Save that. And again, I want to play the scene over again just to kind of review it a little.
Can't imagine they'd be happy if they found out you were filming them, though. I just feel like I need to have this.
You were filming them, though, so I have 5 more words to do for that sentence there.
And just allow the universe to take you on the ride. Let it play out. Find the joy in not knowing what's going to happen. That terrifies me.
Alright, that fucked up there. So the lip syncing is all off.
I need to know that everything will be okay and that we don't end up in some nightmare. Can't imagine they'd be happy if they found out you were filming them, though. I just feel like I need the time, and just allow the universe to take you on the ride. Let it play out. Find the joy in not knowing what's going to happen. That terrifies me. I need to know that everything will be okay and that we don't end up in some nightmare. Can't imagine they'd be happy if they found out you were filming them, though. I just feel like I need to have this. Maybe stop going with how you feel all the time and just allow the universe to take you on the ride. Let it play out. Find the joy in not knowing what's going to happen. That terrifies me.
Alright, so... Oh, look at that. The exact frame I stopped on for I'll be here. I need to fix that mouth shape. That's good that I noticed that. Where am I at here? Alright, there we are. 1087. Edit. Lock the line work, and there we go. And again for this one. Bring that one back a little further. There we go. Alright. Perfect. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with the progress we made there in terms of the lip syncing as well. I'm wondering if I should just go ahead and finish off more of that sentence right now. We have like 5 more words to do for Ruben's sentence there. So I'll maybe get some of that done now. I just want to have it. I just want to show what this particular angle will look like when it's rendered. The more close-up shot here. So there we are. I'm quite liking. I'm happy with the result of how this shot is looking right here. I really think it looks nice, that close up there. Anyway, back to alright, tab back into object mode. Back to our buddy Rueben here.
Can't imagine they'd be happy if they found out you were filming. Found out you were filming them. Happy if they found out you were filming them. Happy if they found out you were.
Alright, so I have to start at U again. So another O shape.
If they found out you were filming. Happy if they found out you were. Happy if they found out you were.
Alright, so it's you were. So we're going to be switching a lot between E and O's here. So That's U, and then whir. We'll take that up to 418, and then we can duplicate both those mouse shapes again. And we'll put that second one a little farther back, down to 420. And then we'll grab this in between here. That back here. Move those up more, one more frame, to give that O a little more room. Alright, so we're back to frame 425. We're going to put another F here for filming. Let me see where that is. Here. Alright, let's see how that works out with the rotation. I'm not sure. I may have to just draw that mouth shape again, but we'll see. Alright, so it did turn with it. That's fine. And we'll have to draw another two new ones for here. In fact, do I have, let me see if I have an L, the two mouth shapes required for an L. We'll see if we have that further down the line somewhere here. I probably do. There we are. So, where were we? 424. Alright. Alright, so we'll take these two, duplicate them down to 424. Alright, filming. So now we've got the L shape there, and I'll draw just a new M, because the M is easy to draw anyway. So take that again, second part of the L, duplicate it. Oh, delete, hit delete by accident. There we go. Duplicate, bring that over to about 429, and we can make the M. Alright, and I'll probably draw in between for that. So again, we'll move that one more frame down. And we'll erase this mouth again. And draw the in between. Smooth it. You gotta make sure that the stroke is joining up there. There we go. Fill. Alright. And then after the M, we will need an E. So we'll go ahead and grab that from here. Filming them, though. So we'll put that about here. Alright, 436. About 436, then we will put the T. We'll just go ahead and redraw that one again too. Alright, something like that. We can rotate it and stuff now. God damn it. Alright, I'll just draw that, the stroke. I forgot to scale up that little part of it right there, but I'll just go ahead and draw it to fill it back in again. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong layer. Alright, there we go. Alright, what word are we on again? Alright, so another E. And then another M. Alright, something like that. Alright, so 444, we're going to start though. So we're going to grab another T. T, O, come on, where are O's? Right here, should be. Alright. Put that at around 446, and then another E. Put it around there, maybe. That's way too fast. Alright, so we're going to make that just a frame or two longer, more down there. And we'll add an in between there. Grab that in between. Alright, that should make it look a little smoother. And we'll do the same again for this. We'll make the E, bring the E a little more down and grab the in-between again. It just looks a little choppy still, so we'll see what we can do to smooth that off there. It looks like he's saying it a little too fast or something. Like his lips are moving a little too fast for that word or something at the minute. So I'm just trying to figure out how to make that look better. Maybe not. Actually, yeah, I think I'll bring that a few more frames down just in general. Maybe that'll help. Okay, yeah, I think that's okay. What I may do here is do another make another mouth shape in between these two. Oh, maybe that's the problem right there. Maybe if I put another in between the T and the O, maybe that'll help it look better. Let's see. That could be what it is. I don't know, his eye shapes here are changing quite dramatically frame between frame. What I can do is just take one of the eye shapes and duplicate it. That's obviously just because I took that layer from drawings where the eye shapes were different. I think I'll use this eye shape right here and keep it more consistently through that part. Again, I may end up changing that again. Maybe he'll be blinking at that part or something, but not entirely sure yet. For now, what I'm going to do is just take this eye shape and copy it. Oh, what happened? 0. I press Shift and C instead of Control and C. There we go. Take these, delete them, copy and paste the other ones, and the same again. And the same again. Actually, I can leave that last one for now, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Duplicate that. I'm going to make this word stretch out a little bit more too, so I'll do it down to there. Alright, that's okay for now. Save. And again, let's see what that entire playback looks like. Wait, is that the last word, though? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. And again, so we'll take that E shape away, and then we'll have it last a little bit. Duplicate it again. Use it as an in-between. So I'll change that one first. And let it go for 2 frames actually. And we'll scale it down on the Z-axis here. There we go. And this one we will erase completely and just do like a closed mouth shape. Just something like the last one there. There we go. And you sculpt mode and smooth that one time. There we go. Oh, the fill is still there too. I didn't notice that because of the overlay we have there. Let me turn that off for now. And delete that fill. There we go. And I can even move that up again and put a regular in between there. Turn the overlay back on, the onion skin. Yeah, put it somewhere around here like this. Something like that. Back to draw mode. There we go. Alright, let's see how that looks. Alright, so I'll even leave I can leave his mouth open even for a little bit longer than that, so I'll bring that down to about there. That's good. Awesome. Okay. Alright, let's see what we have done.
Can't imagine they'd be happy if they found out you were filming them, though. I just feel like I need to have this. Maybe stop going with how you feel all the time and just allow the universe to take you on the ride. Let it play out. Find the joy in not knowing what's going to happen. That terrifies me. I need to know that everything will be okay and that we don't end up in some nightmare. Can't imagine they'd be happy if they found out you were filming them, though. I just feel like
Alright, so that's a good little amount of progress we got done there today. We got some in-betweens done on some of the arm movement, the lip syncing. I like how those the squatch and stretch kind of smear in between frames look that I did there. I'm watching those in motion and I like how they look. But yeah, we got a couple of sentences done there too in the lip syncing, and so I'm happy with that too. And I also addressed that thing with when the character rotated yesterday, the way his eye shape has to change back to be more consistent with the rotation of the character. We got that fixed there too. So I'm quite happy with that, how that's looking. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for today. I'll leave you with a rendered frame of this, I guess, now. But like I said, I'm quite happy with how that's looking. But yeah, like I said, this is I'm in full production of the episode now, and I've got the whole story figured out. So I'm just putting scenes together like this now. I still have some more 3D modeling to do for the backgrounds and stuff like that for the environments, but for the most part, I'm just animating the characters now. I've got most of the voice work done and edited. So I've put quite a bit of that together. So that's why I'm able to work through the scenes like this now. So yeah, we're just gonna keep doing this, keep rolling with it, and hope keep getting scenes done, and eventually we'll have everything done. We can put it all together and release the episode, which I'm really looking forward to, of course. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you think I should do some more of these streams. I do want to work on getting better equipment, better mic and stuff like that. I know the audio is rough as hell. It's just my setup is not great at the minute for that. But as you can obviously see, this box back here, this block that I've used here is to signify where I'm going to put the payphone. So I have to model that. I have to finish modeling that. And of course, just keep filling out the store and stuff like that. But as you can see, we've made pretty good progress there. But yeah, if you do want to see more, subscribe to my channel and let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm gonna save this as maybe use that as a thumbnail for this video. Let me put that there and save it as like number 20 of that, I guess. All right, there we go. So yeah, anyway, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to my channel and I'll check you out next time. Take care.